네, 서브퀘를 하려는데 녹화를 안 하면 재미있는 장면을 놓칠 것 같아서 서브퀘를 하는 중에도 녹화를 일단 해볼게요. 그리고 지금 여기 온 김에 메인퀘를 하나 받고 갈게요. 가까이 가서 해야 되네. 이걸 뒷길이 있어? 내려가기. 시로나를 만나러 왔어요.
Folks, hello there. Nice to see you.
Hello, Miss Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Sirona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble. Glad you and your friend were here when they found you.
I am too. You were speaking to a goblin here that day.
Yes, Lo드곡. He's a
로드곡.
friend.
믿을 수 있다고?
I was surprised that you seemed friendly with a goblin.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now.
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he
여기 온 지
recognized me
얼마 안 되는 거야,
instantly,
그럼?
which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists.
여자는 마녀고
Lo드곡 is as worried as the rest of
남자는
us about what's
마법사야.
been going on.
In that case, I'd like to
그럼
talk
나는
with him.
마법사라고
about
선택하는 게
Ranrock in
아니고
particular.
마녀라고 해야 되는 거네.
Where might I find him?
I assume
캐릭터
your
고를
interest
때.
is to do with the rumors I've heard about Ranrock working with our friend Rookwood.
It is.
If he's not here,
아하,
you might
몰랐네요.
find him doing business at the Hog's Head.
나는 왜 마녀하고
He's a
마법사가
trusted
나눠져
metal
있는지
trader.
몰랐어.
You should mention that we spoke. He can, understandably, be wary of witches and wizards.
여자는 마녀고 남자는
Even ones as young as you.
마법사구나. 그냥 왜
That said,
마법사로
if you're looking
퉁치지
for
그걸
information on
성별을 나눠?
Ranrock to help rein him in,
차별하네.
you'll find an ally in Lo드곡.
Have you heard what Ranrock and Rookwood are working on together?
Not much more than the fact that they seem to have some sort of uneasy alliance. Friendship between wizards and goblins is rare enough, but between those two, they each want something the other has. I can guarantee it. That said, I fear they're like a two-headed serpent. Both will need to be taken down to stop whatever scheme they've been plotting.
Thank you, Sirona.
If you find Lo드곡, please give him my best. I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies.
호그스 헤드
But please,
여관에서 로드곡을 찾으세요.
watch your back.
나중에 얘기할 수 있는 날이 오겠죠. 얘기하면 괜히 걱정을 끼칠 수도 있잖아요. 어디야? 근데 여관이 저기. 응? 여기가 여관임? 여기?
Welcome to the Hog's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
하이.
Hello, Loudgok. Sirona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am, and I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to, so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did
5학년이면
know.
몇 살이죠?
Why should I trust you?
적어도 중학생 나이 아닐까요?
Sirona
시로나를
trusts
팔아보자.
me, and she said she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Sirona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get Ranrock to confide his plans to me.
아,
I'm listening.
란록한테
Years ago,
접근시켰다가 괜히
a
죽는 거
heinous
아닌 거
witch
몰라.
stole a sacred goblin relic. Rumor has it that it now rests in her sarcophagus, in a tomb accessible only by wizard kind. Ranrock and I had a falling out a while back. The relic could well repair the chasm between us.
마녀가 죽었는데 접근을 마법사만 할 수 있다고? 내가 마법사로 선택을 해서 그 단어가 마법사가 된 건가? 어차피
Very
찾으러
well.
가게 될 거야.
I'll retrieve the relic if you promise to share Ranrock's plans with me.
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need, and meet me near the witch's
수집가의
tomb.
동굴? 어디서 봤다. 나 어디서 봤어. 나 여기 어디서 봤는데? 이거. 멀지 않아요. 여기 어디야? 나가는데 어디야? 나가는 곳 여기다.
Those they're teaching students jinxes. Next thing you know, it's unforgivable
여기는 아니고.
curses.
알로호모라는 도대체 어디서 배우는 걸까? 언제 배우게 되는 거야? 여기도 안 돼? 빗자루를 어디서 탈 수 있는? 여기 강을 건너가 봐야 되겠어. 여긴 되네요.
Incendio!
꼭 인센디오를 부르게 되니까 탭 누르고 3번 키잖아요? 그거를 2번 누르면 돼. 뭐야? 여기서 만나자고?
I'm ready.
Good. There's no time to lose.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Urtgott. The witch considered
낄까요?
herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind sees things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem
대화를
to
하게
be.
하려고
It may surprise
여기서부터
you to know
걸어가는
that I do
거는
not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today.
미션 해볼까요? 미션이 있거든요. 또 있어?
Revelio.
아직 안 죽었던 거였어? 근데 얘는 도망도 안 가고. 미안해요. 기다렸죠? 나 그 미션 된 거야 안 된 거야? 잠깐만 기다려봐요. 미션이 하나 있는데. 맞아 이거 디폴소 됐네요. 공중에서 뜬 적에게 디폴소. 트롤은 본 적이 없어요. 트롤을 봐야 뭐 점액을 수집을 할 거 아니야.
Ah, and there it is, the witch's tomb.
Oh, dreadful looking place, isn't it? Revelio.
웨이포인트 하나 있고.
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any
고블린들이
questions?
부르는 말인가?
Don't suppose you have any idea what could be waiting for me inside the tomb?
Considering a dark witch was involved, I suppose there's a chance you may encounter the dark
콤프린 걸
protectors,
배워왔죠.
known as Inferi. The foul creatures thrive on darkness and the cold.
불,
Vanquish them with light, force, and most effectively fire.
It seems Ranrock and Rookwood are conspiring. Why would that be?
I had heard this. When the dark-hearted conspire, they seldom make their full intentions clear to one another. I can only speculate, but I imagine their alliance is uneasy and quite fragile. Let us hope that ours is less so.
What about this helmet makes it so special?
The helmet of Urtkot is an ancient and storied relic, forged during a time of unity
그리핀도르의
among the goblin
검도
clans. It
고블린
inspired
거였죠.
greatness, that is, until it was no longer ours. Then it became something else. A symbol of what has been lost, of all that wizard kind is taken from us. Reclaiming it would mean a great deal to goblin kind, and to Ranrock. He would be grateful to me should I return it.
들어가
It
볼게요.
all seems clear to me now that we're here.
I do hope our alliance proves fruitful. Again, I wish you luck. I will
주문을 다시 짚어봅시다. 엑스펠리아무스. 내가 입고 있는 장비 중에 이거의 보너스를 받는 애가 있을 거야. 여기다 글래시우스를 넣고 디펄소 컴프링고를 여기다 넣고 레비오사 아시오를 여기다 순서를 이렇게 그리고 여기서 한 번 더 엑스펠리아무스 이게 칸을 비우는 건 안 되더라고요. 칸을 비우는 건 안 돼. 이 알로호모라 어디서 배우는 거야? 와, 이거 어렵겠다. 내가 할 수 있을까? 내가 배울 수 있는 주문들이 이게 다인 것 같죠? 여기서 디핀도, 봄바르다, 아레스토 모멘텀, 변신, 윙가디움 배우러 갈 거고 이 초록색 계열이 저주 마법인 것 같고 이것까지는 저주기 때문에 쓰는 건 안 될 것 같은데 용서받지 못할 저주잖아 이게. 이거 세 개가 다. 나머지는 금지된 마법이랬어. 학생 신분에 쓰기 힘든 그런 마법인 것 같고.
Please be careful.
딱히 용서받지 못할 저주 뭐 이런 건 아닌 것 같고. 원래는 서브키를 찍을 생각이었는데 메인캐로 연결돼 버렸네요.
It's sealed.
아이고 순서 바꿨지.
Lumos.
어딜까?
Protego.
아이고 아니야. 내가
Lumos.
버튼을 잘못 누르고 있었어. 두 마리를 어딘가 얹어야 되나 봐.
Moths. Curious.
두 마리? 두 마리가 됐는데? 한 마리. 아, 쟤를 데리고 오는 거네.
Protego.
1번이야,
Lumos.
1번. 아니야?
Lumos.
버튼 제대로. 쟤를 여기다 데리고 오는 거네. 이리 와. 한 번에 하나밖에 안 된다. 원래는 3마리를 붙이는 걸 였을 것
Alan's
같은데.
beard. Revelio.
난이도가 낮아진 거겠죠. 불이 저절로 켜지고요. 깜짝이야, 나 무덤에서 뭐 나오는 줄 알았어. 어? 저긴 뭐야?
Revelio.
저건 뭐지?
This can't be the witch's tomb. Likely I need to go further. Lumos.
두 개밖에 없어.
Revelio. Accio. Lumos.
저건 뭐야? 어디 갔지? 거긴 뭐야? 이거 아무것도 아니구나.
I have a feeling I'm not alone here.
아, 임페리우스. 가까이 가야 되지? 아, 가까이 안 가도 된다어. 내가 앞으로 하다가 순서를 바꿔놨더니
Oh, these inferior, horrible. Oh. Incendio. Incendio. Potato. Stupefy.
안 죽네.
Incendio.
불 아니면 안 죽어.
Revelio.
깜짝이야. 아, 진짜 깜짝 놀랐다. 응? 여기 뭐가 있었는데? 아, 이거야?
Revelio.
또 있어. 잘 보고 가야겠다. 이게 확실하지 않아요. 이게 어디 배경이랑 섞여가지고.
Revelio.
여기가 내가 들어온 곳이야.
Lumos.
응? 뭐야 이게?
Protego. If I could power it somehow, it looks like it could be rotated.
힘을 가하는 거? 돌리면 어떻게 되는데? 아, 저 단이 내가 못 봤네.
Lumos.
일로 갔었어? 뭐야?
Confringo.
어? 여긴 뭔데? 여긴 뭐야? 목표가 여긴데?
What's that hanging there? Looks precarious.
여기가 이벤트인가? 아까 그 방은 뭐야? 중간 저장할까요? 저는 자꾸 옆길로 새거든요. 안 가본 데가 있으면 자꾸 가고 싶어. 적 봐도 뭐가 나오겠어. 뭐냐?
I need to get that platform closer, but how? Lumos.
이거 아니야? 저게 뭐지? 어디로 갖고 오는 거야, 이거? 내려가면 올라올 수 있나? 떨어진다 떨어진다. 어디 갔어?
Lumos.
어? 어떻게 된 거야 이게?
Perhaps Accio would help.
이렇게 갖고 와? 이걸 어떻게 하는 건데? 어떻게 붙었어 아까?
Accio.
여기다 붙였는데? 나도 모르게. 뭐야 이건?
Revelio.
내려가면 못 올라올 것 같지 않아요? 쟤는 왜 있는 거야 그럼?
Accio.
헐 사다리? 여기다가 어떻게 붙이지?
Accio.
나 이걸 어떻게 여기다 붙였는지 모르겠네. 저기다 붙여야 사다리가 되는 것 같은데 모르겠어. 갖고 왔으니까. 뿌연 안개 설정. 없앨까? 안개. 안개 같은 거 없어? 안개. 나중으로 해볼게요. 헐. 방금 이상했어. 아 이거 더 뿌옇지 않아요? 이상한데?
Revelio. Closer.
옆에도 가봐야 되지 않을까? 좀 더만, 좀 더.
Revelio.
독서대. 얘를 갖고 와야 될 것 같은데? 쓸 데가 없나? 어우씨, 내가 안개 설정 내리고 나서 이상해. 저주 안 걸 건데 그냥 높아서 쓰는 거야. 이것도 엑스펠리아무스의 공격력이 상승합니다. 모자 효과구나. 48이 올라가지만 22가 되어야 한다. 뭐야, 다 별로잖아.
Revelio. It's sealed shut from the other side.
반대편에서 잠겼다고. 여기가 내려와야 돼. 여기가 내가 들어온 곳이고. 이리 와봐.
Down I go. No other way.
돌아가야 되나 보다. 저걸 여기다 넣는 건가? 갖고 가보자. 물속인데? 내려가, 내려가. 밑에 처박혔어. 여긴 뭐야?
Revelio.
여긴 어디야? 아하. 지름길이었잖아. 근데 어떻게 연결되는지 알고 가는 거니까요. 난 이렇게 여기저기 쑤셔봐서 내가 던진 거 사라졌다. 갖고 내려오는 게 아닌가 보다. 되게 넓은 방이 있고요.
Revelio.
안 죽은 애가 있네.
Incendio.
제트. 고대 마법을 쓰면 불마법 안 해도 되는 거고.
Lumos.
모자르네.
This looks even
Wow.
more complex. Expelliarmus!
아니고요. 루머스고요.
루머스.
뭐야 여긴? 나 또 궁금하지. 저기다 갖다 붙여야 되네. 그럼 여기서 어떻게 절로 보내지? 와 이거 어떻게 절로 보내지? 여기다가 잠깐.
Making this spin ought to raise that platform. That must be it.
여기다 얹어야 되는데 다시 제자리로 갔어.
Lumos.
얘를 저기다 옮기는 거 아닌가? 이렇게. 그 다음에 이거는 디폴소로 해야 돼. 아, 이거 다시 주문 다시 짭시다. 필요한 것만. 불. 이걸 디폴소. 그래서 일로 가서
Lumos.
쟤도 올라온다. 이렇게 한 마리씩? 쟤가 올라오네. 좋아, 좋아. 쟤는 어떻게 하지? 아, 쟤도 하나씩 옮기면 되지.
Lumos.
아하, 시간차. 시간차를 이용하면 되는구나. 쟤는 어떻게 해? 나비가 한 마리 모자른데.
Revelio.
저걸 갖고 오면 안 돼?
Revelio.
수영하면서는 안 된다. 물속에 떨어뜨린 건 안 된다. 분명히 함정이 있을 거란 말이야. 간단한 걸 건데. 저 방에 나비가 있나? 괜히 상자만 있을 리가. 아시오가 아니고. 아이고. 못 올라가게 해놨어. 자꾸 앞으로 한 발짝씩 간단 말이야. 나비가 어딨지? 이런데 안에 숨어있나 한번 봅시다. 이 방에
Lumos.
나비가 있을 만한 데가 저 빛을 싫어하는 저거네.
Revelio.
뭐야, 여기 상자 하나 있어. 여긴 나비가 없었어. 여기 상자 하나 발견. 무슨 붕 이런 소리 뭐야? 소음기 같은 게 있나? 바람 소리인가?
Lumos.
잠깐만. 저기 나비가 있는데?
Protego.
나 저거 왜 못 봄?
Pulso.
여기 나비가 있는데?
Lumos.
다 옆에다 두고. 그러니까 한 마리가 더 있어야 되는데.
The witch's final resting place. Loudgog said the helmet was in her soul.
혹시 모르니까 저장.
Revelio.
응? 아, 이게 빛나는 소리였어. 뭐가 울렁울렁하길래 깜짝 놀랐네.
Dead Ashwinder. Your compatriots must have made off with the helmet.
누가 와 있니?
Loudgog won't like. Better show this to Loudgog. I know there's a mechanism to open this door.
투구는 못 찾았구나.
Revelio.
지름길이 또 있었어.
Loudgog, the sarcophagus has been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead Ashwinder.
Damn, they got here first. We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fighting days are behind me.
난 학생인데요.
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter
아니 이렇게
how
내가
small,
다 하게 할
at
거면
Ranrock.
5학년 아니고 6학년이나
To think those
7학년.
wretched thieves have their hands on such a relic.
어딘디? 바로 옆이야?
Perfect. Target practice.
Protego!
Glacius!
Rookwoods don't go down easy.
Stupica!
Expulso.
네가 부르는 애야.
I see you better. Incendio.
Confringo!
나 여기다 불 붙이는 건 줄 알았는데. 맞았네? 근데 불을 왜 붙이지? 어딘가 가는 길인가? 다 붙여볼까?
Confringo!
없어요, 그다음. 여긴 또 뭐야?
Who lived here, I wonder?
뭐라고? 갑자기?
Revelio.
뭐야 이건? 응? 들어가면 못 나오는 거 아니야 이거? 여긴 안 뚫리네. 아하, 이거 또 뼈다.
Accio!
이걸 위해서 필요한 거였다.
Incendio! Tego! Stupica! Incendio!
인센지오가 안 먹어. 너무 멀어. 콤프링고론.
Confringo! Accio! Incendio!
그리고 잘못 보였어. 저건 뭔데? 저 손잡이는. 이건 날려야 되나? 여기도 또 있어.
Shame I didn't have an audience for that one.
헐. 사라지네? 뭐라고? 안 사라지던데? 헐. 뭐지? 6개를 또 찾아야 돼? 잠깐 뭐라고? 인벤토리 확장 보상? 이런 게 있었어? 빗자루 풍선 세트 5회. 뭐야 이게? 이건 잘 모르겠더라. 뭔지. 플랫폼에 빗자루 타고 딱 앉으면 되는 건가? 오호, 이게 그러면 맵을 확인해 봅시다. 와, 사라졌다. 더 있는데 내가 수집을 못했구나. 안 사라진 게 응? 사라졌네? 세트가 따로따로 있구나. 둘, 셋, 넷, 이건 아니고. 나 지금 여기 있어? 그렇구나. 아직 생성이 안 됐나봐. 오호. 내가 갔는데 안 사라진 건 내가 다 수집을 안 해서인가봐. 인벤토리 슬롯 4개 해제. 잠깐만, 얘는 또 뭐하는 애냐. 얘는 빈 거야. 그러면 얘가 어떻게 여기다 얹는 거야? 를 하나 더 있었는데? 하나 어디 있었지? 여기 있다. 고인한텐 죄송합니다만 이리 좀 오실래요? 아이, 잘 왔다. 이때 아니면 언제 모아? 뭐야 이거? 탐색하기. 아, 나 투명으로 안 가.
And where did I set my traps? Was it lower
이걸로
or
가자.
upper Hogsfield?
여긴 뭐야?
There they are, the Ashwinders.
Aha! Back for more. Expulsor! Knew you were still.
트롤이다. 잘 됐어.
Really enjoying the view. I'd like to be put down.
I'll check your pockets.
Incendio! Ha! As if you could have knew. Incendio! Go! Expulsor! Expulsor! Incendio!
아, 나 스프링인데.
Wanna look up?
타란툴라.
You will not survive this fight. Expulso!
타란툴라. 기다려. 이리 와, 이리 와. 이리 와.
Fighting with brains, are we?
잠깐만, 이것도 써야 돼.
The finance all finished.
이제
You may have caused permanent damage to my hearing.
보고하러 갔다. 이것도 다 써봐야 되는 썬더. 썬더 어쩌고.
Yes.
트롤 점액. 예스. 물고기는 또 왜 나와 있냐?
Revelio.
투구는 어딨어? 투구 갖고 도망쳤나? 와, 나 녹화된 거 뒤져봐야겠다. 내가 놓친 거 같은데? 투구가 없어요. 와, 나 숙제하려다가
Revelio.
교수님 숙제하려다가 놓친 거 아니야?
That's it.
찾았다. 더 왔다.
This is for Rookwood! I'll watch the light go out of your
아,
eye.
신고하러 간 거였나? 어디를 깨는 거야?
You've made a grave mistake.
Leviosa.
물고기는 자꾸 어디서 나오는 거냐?
Revelio.
어? 또 생겼어, 쟤. 리젠 되나 봐요. 내가 너무 오래 있었나 봐. 뭐야? 여기? 이 돌. 수제비 뜨라고? 거머리즈, 거머리즈! 이젠 필요 없었고, 마법이 한 칸이 더 생겼다. 고대 마법 한 칸이 더 생겼네. 아, 로드곡한테 가야 돼. 잠깐만. 여기 리젠 잠깐만, 나 숙제가 있거든요. 아, 미안해. 아까운 거 써버렸다. 아까운 거 써버렸어. 에헤이. 5개 있네, 얘. 이게 아니고. 난 자꾸 왜 쟤를 누르지? 탭을? 딴 게임에서 탭을 눌러가지고 그 버릇이 생겼나봐. 고블린 로드곡 찾기, 마법 동물 수업 출석하기, 글래드문 씨가 원하는 걸 알아내기. 이것도 가야지, 이것도 가야지. 투명 마법약을 획득하고 사용하세요. 나 있거든요. 썬더브루를 획득하고, 썬더브루 투명 마법. 그걸 쓰고 학교 가서 수업을 들어야 돼.
Revelio.
그러려면 쟤네를 때리고 괜히 때려보고 가야겠죠? 이건 도대체 어떻게 하는지 모르겠거든요. 근데 쟤한테 써볼 거야. 근데 쟤네가 뻔히 날 봤는데
Lower Hogsfield needs some
사용해도 되나?
stocks after our little visit.
이거 망하면 또 사러 가야 돼. 저장이 되네요. 적 바로 앞에서. 이 마법약이
I could use
투명 애랑 일단 썬더브로 잠깐만. 나 지금 썬더브로 조제해야 되잖아. 아 어차피 지금 안 되네. 그냥 죽이고 가야겠다.
레비오사.
Stop that great!
어디 가셨어?
Shame nobody saw that. Incendio.
로드곡을 해결하고 학교 가서 수업을 듣고 마법을 배웁시다.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do? I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done! This is sure to impress Ranrock. The helmet shines even more brightly than I imagined. The etchings, the contour of the profile. Remarkable.
고블린을 내가 믿어도 될까?
It looks stunning, Lodgok. I see why you wanted it back.
You did the thieves a service by recovering it. I know many a goblin who would have killed for it.
Ah, then I'm glad to be rid of it myself.
Thank you. This should earn Ranrock's trust. I will take it to him immediately. It may distract him from his search.
His search?
It is merely an inkling.
무슨
You have impressed me greatly, friend. I am glad that I trusted you.
나 이용당한 거야?
We shall speak soon. Best to keep our arrangement quiet for now. Many will not believe that our aims might possibly be aligned.
무슨 소리야? 무슨 소리지? 어쨌든 메인 퀘니까 해야 돼. 속아도. 와, 보라색. 얜 레벨이 높아도 공격력이 낮아. 안경은 하나도 마음에 드는 게 없어. 네 개나 있다고? 이걸 써야 할 때가 있을까? 두 명을 한꺼번에? 근데 경험치를 주는지 모르겠다. 난 저주 쪽은 쓸 생각이 없는데. 글래시우스 특화, 콤프링고 특화. 있으니까 하나씩 누를까요? 쓸 때 도움을 받으면 좋잖아. 일단 하나씩 다 눌러버려. 얘를 안 쓴다고 하면 다른 애한테 더 기회가 많이 갈 거예요. 후플푸프가 약초에 특화되어 있나요? 근데 나는 마법약 막 먹고 하는 게 복잡해요. 내가 그래서 마법살 못해. 무식하게 때려잡아야 돼. 일단 피로의 방에 갑시다. 잠깐만. 그거 어디서 사라고 했는데? 아, 다 완료했지. 그 대형 화분은 왜 안 열리지? 파는 데를 가도 내가 아직 레벨이 안 돼서 그런지 몰라도 구현 마법으로 하면 구현 마법 다 취소해버렸네. 아닌데? 괜찮은데? 이제 이런 거를 더 다양하게 조합을 색깔별로 해야겠어. 구현 마법으로? 이게 안 돼요, 이게. 톰스 앤 스크롤스. 거기 가서 안 팔아요. 중형 화분, 대형 화분. 이걸 왜 안 팔지? 톰스 앤 스크롤스. 여긴 안 가봤는데? 가보자. 돈이 있을라나 몰라. 일단 장비 다 팔어. 입고 있는 거 말고 다 팔지 뭐. 중앙거리 어디냐? 여기다. 잭도우. 너 잭도우 아니야? 아, 여기가 화분 파는 데였나?
Let's look at what we have, shall we?
이런. 그렇구나. 한 개가 있는 거? 와, 한 개씩밖에 안 돼. 주기적으로 식물 재료를 만들어내. 아, 일단 팔기부터 하자. 팔아버렸어. 미쳤어. 뭐 하는 거야? 아, 팔아버렸네. 나중에 나 동물도 키우나 봐요. 동물 장난감이 있어. 비료도 내가 직접 만들어. 대형 화분, 3,000원 너무 비싸. 한 개. 대형 화분 한 개.
Nothing like finding just the right thing.
중형 화분. 어떤 마법약이든 원하는 대로 만들 때. T자. 여러 개를 한 번에 한 개.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
깡총깡총 냄비. 무작위의 마법약을 주기적으로. 야, 이걸 살 걸 그랬나. 돈을 여기다 다 쓰고 있네. 마법약 스테이션. 돈 벌면 또 옵시다.
Let me know if there's
여기서
anything else I can do
팔았었구나.
to help.
도대체 어디서 사는 건가 했네. 필요의 방. 그리고 수업 갑시다. 여기가 좁아지고 있으니까 물도 잘 준다. 그러면 구현 마법으로 중형 화분을 그리고 대형 화분으로 와 크다. 이렇게 돌아다니면서 그치. 맨드레이크 말 오그라든 중형이나 대형 화분에서 기른다고 했어. 그리고 여기는 중형이나 대형 화분. 키가 큰 식물입니다. 오름초하고 화분을 또 하면 되지. 하나 더 넣고 또 하나 더 넣고 왜요? 아 그래요? 중형으로 해야 돼요? 해당 유형 아이템의 한도에 도달할 때 이런 무슨 아이템 한도가 있어? 이걸 심을 거야. 베네무스 심고 보름초 심고 줄 삐뚤어졌다. 심을 게 얼마나 많은데 한계가 있대. 하나 더 해야 되는데. 깡총깡총 냄비. 이것도 사야겠다. 언어 2개가 있대. 아하. 그런 식으로 화분이 3개가 있는 뭐 이런 걸로 바꿔야 되는구나. 개수는 정해져 있나 봐. 나 또 뭘 심어야 되지? 비료는 그냥 기다리면 돼요. 그러면 얘한테 비료를 줘볼까? 비료가 있거든요. 수확이 2개가 된다고? 나 비료 또 샀을걸? 하나밖에 안 샀구나. 보름초 5개. 좋아, 이제 재료 안 사도 될라나. 아, 전부 화초기로 있어. 근데 후플푸프 같지 않은가요? 하초는 썬더브루. 썬더브루 하고 투명 마법. 내가 그 오그라든 그걸 2개 샀거든요. 아하, 여기 아직 안 됐어. 이 오그라든 무화과, 이거 심어야 되는데 이걸 없애자. 그럼 빈 화분으로 하고, 이거를 하나 없애면 저기다 하나 더 만들 수 있을 수도 있잖아. 오케이. 깨무는 양배추도 키워야 되나? 좋아, 오그라든도 키웠다. 하나 더 안 되나? 안 될 거야 아마. 바카를 향이 나는 아우, 맨드레이크, 마디풀. 바카는 어디 쓰는 거야? 헐. 깜짝이야. 아, 벌레 잡아준 건가 봐. 벌레 잡아준 거구나. 아휴, 그럼 2개, 3개짜리 사야겠네. 여기는 이렇게 고상한 공간인데 약초밭이 돼버렸어. 자, 이제 수업에 갈까요? 에두루스. 근데 이거 암만 만들어봤자 팔지도 못해요. 나 이거 장사하려고 그랬는데 돈 벌려고. 돈을 못 벌어. 메인 마법 동물. 여기 가보자. 내가 찍어놨어요, 미리. 길 헤매다가. 내가 처음에 소환사의 코트 할 때 저거 해그리드 집 아니냐고 그랬던 곳. 거기가 마법 수업하는 데였어. 길바닥에 앉아서 대기. 시작.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen.
후플푸프다.
Hello, I'm Poppy. Poppy Sweeting.
포피. 이름
Don't
너무
worry about
귀엽다.
Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe.
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskin can be a slippery devil.
Yes,
아, 목소리
Professor.
이상한 아서가 집에 갖고 갔다가 엄마가 기절할 뻔해가지고
You can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye on
콧구멍에
his
혀를
tongue.
넣어가지고 개 같은데?
You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience.
T를 누른 다음 얘를 어디다 놔야 돼? 잠깐만, 레파로가 있을 데가 없잖아.
That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be
이렇게
hungry.
끝이야?
Would you mind giving him some beast
T를
food?
누른 다음 동물 먹이. 아, 이런. 주문 줄이 모자라.
What do you
공중에
suppose
떠
the
있는데?
pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
고양이 같이 생겼는데?
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes.
아우, 뭐야, 왜 그래?
Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tus peculiar poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
고양이에
Her name
가깝게
is
생겼는데?
Persephone.
Her name is Persephone.
That's really
니네
not funny.
나랑 소환 아니 뭐 지팡이 교차한 지팡이 하지 않았니?
Let's go.
어 재수없게 별꼴이야. 고양이 과인데 뭐.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help.
뭐야?
Let's carry on. Feed and brush
밀렵군이라고?
the Neasels just as you did with Gerald.
니질? 니질이 누구야? 니질 아니라며. 페르세포네라며. 얘네야? 맞아? 아, 문은 열지 말자. 얘네가 나올 수도 있잖아. 목욕시키는 것 같다. 빗질하는 거 좋아하네. 자, 너도 하자. 아, 좋아하는 거 봐. 목욕하는 기분인가? 먼지 떨어주는 건가?
The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and
야,
see
우리 문
yourselves out.
열고 들어가는
Now,
거였어.
where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who
근데
suffer,
로드는 왜
stumbling
밀려고
over
하는
dead
거야?
beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps.
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters
하는
that we
것처럼
can
학교 주변을
control?
다
Professor
싸잡아서
Weasley has
때려잡으면 안
asked that
되는 거야?
I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other fifth years.
또 마법을
Be
배울 수
on the
있겠다.
lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
I need to talk to you. Come here.
Did you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least
원래
that's what
교복
we
모양은
decided it
이거구나.
meant.
I couldn't stand there
넥타이.
and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet in the forest.
You've intrigued me. Very well, lead the way.
I'd hoped I
동물
would.
얘기하는 것 같죠?
I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said,
Oh?
we think alike. Pleasant surprise.
기숙사별로 친한 애가 생기는 건가?
Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
저쪽이야.
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back.
폭빅! 히포그리프다. 맞죠?
Please meet Highwing.
하이윙.
Isn't she just magnificent?
도도하다고
Go
했는데.
on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful.
히포그리프 맞다.
You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them.
한쪽 발을 뒤로 빼고 정중하게 인사하기.
I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every
날개
once
드는
in
거
a
봐.
while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody.
동물들이 다 먹어도 되는 사료인가 봐요. 하이밍은 여자네요. 깜짝이야. 아, 이제 보니 이 게임 하면 왼쪽 아래에 있는 그 표시는 내가 히포그리프를 탈 수 있다는
So,
소리구나.
What did you
빗자루
think of
대신.
Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason
히포그리프
students have
서식지를
been seeing
어딘지
hippogriffs flying above
찾아가봐야겠다.
the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. and I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering,
나 같은
talking to
학생도
people.
돌아다니면서 다
They're
때려잡고
up to
있는데
something. I'm just not sure
대대적으로
what.
청소 작업을 하면 안 되는 거야?
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning
그러니까
something.
로그드가 왜
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
당차네 애가. 어째 내가 거절해도 알아보게 돼 있어.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know,
게임
the
스토리상.
better I can keep hiring safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
포피래. 너무 귀엽다 이름. 이름도 귀엽고. 22. 좋아요. 이제 또 수업을 가야겠죠? 알로호모라를 드디어 배우게 되는군. 이게 이걸까? 와, 서브캐 하려고 와가지고 메인캐 하고 있네. 관리인. 관리인? 관리인, 잠깐만. 이건 어디 있는 거야?
Revelio.
이거 어디 있어? 저 퀴즈는 짝꿍이 어디야? 뭐야? 아몬드? 아닌데. 미안해. 내가 얘를 들고 있었구나. 내가 그래서 항상 탭을 누르는 버릇이 있어가지고 아무것도 없는 데를. 저 퀘스트 추적을 안 해놨네. 또 탭 눌렀어. 탭을 또 눌렀어요. 도대체 길을 찾을 수가 없어. 높낮이가 달라가지고. 어? 어디야? 여기 내가 찾은 건데. 어? 저거.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young
저
friend.
파란색 동그란 거 안고
Gladwin
있는
Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service.
글래드윈.
First, please
뭐야?
allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
트롤 얘기
Of
너무
course
옛날 일
not.
같다 이제.
From what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night.
쟤한테 뭔가 이벤트가 있었던데? 응? 나 밤에도 쟤 본 적 있는데.
Now, if you wouldn't mind humoring me for a moment,
월석을
see if you
어떻게
could
빼?
remove the moon from the statue. Go on, take the moon. Odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed, which
그냥 집으면 되잖아.
incidentally can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around
당신 때문에
Hogsmeade.
이런 기이한 일이 일어나는 거야?
Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a
데미가이즈가
demiguise.
무섭구나 이 사람.
A demiguise?
Yes, terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving.
한국 사람이야?
I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear.
이번에도 몇 개를 모아야
That
되는
is
건가?
why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted.
교수님방에 데미가이즈가 또 하나씩
seen how
있어.
they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of two statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
나한테는 아무것도 아닌 것 같아도 불편한 사람이 있다니까 도와주죠.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on
알로호모라도
you.
가르쳐준다는데.
First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Allohomola.
들어가라고 주문을 가르쳐줘.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit
너도
like
내
me when I
어린
was
시절
your
때
age.
모습같이.
Oh, the school was my oyster. And
출신이
I took
어디지?
advantage of it.
그리핀도르야?
Everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's
반장 욕실.
bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
좀 까다롭군요. 알로호모라. 이건 레벨을 어떻게 올리지?
Allohomola.
헐. 불꽃을 움직이고 두 개의 기어가 활성화되어 잠금이 풀릴 때까지 다이얼을 돌리세요. AD는 빨간색. 근데 기준이 어디야? 두 개의 기어가 된 거야? 초록색이 된 거야? 이렇게 하면 돼? 뭐야? 어떻게 하는 거야? 조금씩 돌아가는데 제가? 돌아가게 두면 되나? 만나야 되는 거 아닐까? 반대로 돌려도 계속 같은 자리로 도네. F 자동 해결. 어떻게 하는지 모르겠는데.
Well done. You're in. Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you.
어떻게 하는
This is
거야?
a restricted area of the castle after all.
나 이거 마법 다시 해야 돼. 여기에 이걸 넣을 거야. 뭐라고? 무슨 소리지 저게? 야, 피부스. 저 놈을 어떻게 해야 돼? 이 게임이 엔딩을 보기 전에 레벨 2야. 레벨 2. 헐. 어떡하지? 가야 되는데. 일단 이게 먼저다.
How are your students getting along this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled cake flappers.
Revelio. This must be the prefect's bathroom.
나 이거 어떻게 하는지 모르겠어요. 난 자동 해결이 뜨는 것 같은 게 뭐냐면 그것 때문인 것 같아.
알로호모라.
스토리 모드로 설정해놔서 자동으로 뜨는 것 같아. 어? 주위를 돌려야 되나?
I'm a prefect too, twit. That's it. 50 health points. You know you can't do that.
물을 트는 거야? 끄는 거야? 헐. 우스꽝스러운 모자를 쓰고 있어. 주변에 아무도 없죠? 레비오사.
레비오사.
열쇠 어디 갔지? 야, 투명이면 날 못 보는구나.
Students in the hospital wing on account
Revelio.
spectacular.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though. Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
I suppose Professor Black knows
환자명
best,
블랙
but
요청으로
the students are
삭제.
terribly disappointed about Quidditch being cancelled.
I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff this season.
Hufflepuff? Not Ravenclaw?
교장 선생님은 퀴디치 경기를 중단하려고
I know I see a
하시는데
winning bet, and Ravenclaw would not have been that. Not this year, anyway.
무슨
I'm
소리야?
partial to Hufflepuff myself. What was that?
What was what?
블랙이
I thought I
의도적으로
heard something. Perhaps not. I was finally going to learn the Quidditch rules.
여기도 진짜
It's a majestic sport. Encompasses the whole of the human condition.
이게 1이죠. 1.
How's that?
해리포터 1.
All of the teamwork and flying about and the golden snitch. Rather a lot like life, isn't it?
Accio. Oh, I suppose I should pay closer attention in the next match.
안 잡히네.
They're very smart.
I suppose you should.
이렇게까지 했는데 안 보여? 찍혔네 여기. 아이고. 아까 거기도 플루가 있었어. 아니다. 딴 데 있는데. 계단 밑에 있는 것 같아. 병동이 교직원 탑에 있구나. 내가 먼저 가야지. 내가 먼저. 이 열쇠. 어디야 어디. 가자 가. 그래. 어디냐. 응? 어디야? 열쇠 어디로 갔지? 열쇠야. 열쇠 사라짐.
알로호모라.
누구 방일까요? 잠깐만, 뭐라고? 잠깐만, 이 블랙 교장에 잠깐만, 아브라함이잖아. 이거는 누구 방이지? 내가 모르는... 돈을 훔쳤구만. 교수 방인 것 같은데 혹시 그 소환사의 코트 그 교수 아닐까요? 근데 저 편지를 여기 있다, 여기 있다. 이건 볼 때마다 모아야 돼.
That's it.
열 몇 개가 된다고. 기숙사 토큰 몇 개 모였는지 갖다 꽂아야 되는데.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh goodness, you're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this.
초상화가 옆에서 조용히 하래.
First suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, rancorous carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely
도와준다고 해야지.
intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
보이는 대로 수집하겠어.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar.
2레벨
And I
가르쳐줘요.
have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens.
내가 본 것만 해도
Seems
수십
they're
개야.
everywhere I look.
수십 개는 아니야.
You
열 몇
have
개.
your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
You mentioned offering something in exchange for my assistance.
I did. Once you've brought me enough moons, I'll show you even more powerful forms of
아하, 레벨을
allohomo라.
올리려면 보는 대로
Not
다
every
수집해야
lock
돼.
is as easy to pick as the faculty towers.
딜.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
좋아. 보는 대로 수집하겠어. 이제 보조 과제를 다음 시험에 도전하기 위해 마법 능력 더 성장시키기. 이 교수들의 과제를 해야 돼. 트롤 점액도 내가 모았구나. 수업만 들어가면 되겠네요. 그럼 수업만 가면 돼. 여기가 목표니. 여긴데? 디크? 구현 마법서. 잠깐만. 여긴 뭐야? 목표가 어디야? 갈릭 교수님. 갈릭 교수님? 약초학 교수가 갈릭 교수인가? 마늘 교수님?
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
퀘스트.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse.
잘 사용하고
Still one of
있지.
my favorites.
Now that you've attended
한꺼번에
Beast's
편지가 몇
class,
통.
I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
동물 관련해서 뭘 또 할
I've not
건가?
heard from my uncle
그건 또
Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
아, 내가 궁금했던 스토리다. 삼촌한테 무슨 일이 있다고 했어. 잠깐만. 뭐야? 이게 왜 하이라이트 돼? 아, 이 마크를 보니까 생각났다. 그 해켓 교수한테 이 마크가 돌아다니는데 떠 있는 거예요. 그래서 녹화 안 하고 서브케이 할 때였는데 뭐지? 하고 가서 말을 걸었더니 자기가 블랙 교장이랑 동급생이라는 거야. 동급생이었대요. 그래서 첫 보기에도 해켓 교수가 훨씬 더 나이가 많아 보이잖아. 해켓 맞죠? 어둠의 마법 방어술. 잠깐 기다려. 해켓 맞죠? 해켓 교수가 나는 오러 활동할 때 무슨 저주를 받아가지고 시간이 흐르게 하는 마법인가 뭔가를 받아가지고 이렇게 나이가 든 것 같다라는 말을 한 것 같아요. 그래서 자세하게 물어보니까 오러 할 때 일이라 말해줄 수는 없다. 뭐 그런 식으로 얘기했거든요. 정확하게 대사가 기억이 안 나는데 아무튼 오러 일을 하던 것 때문에 누군가에게 어둠의 마법사나 뭐 이런 애들한테 저주를 받아가지고 나이가 늙어진 것 같아요. 원래는 블랙이랑 동갑인가 봐요. 충격받았어.
Professor, what made you want to teach herbology?
피그 교수랑 거의 나이가 같아 보이잖아.
I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit
아이고
of
내가
a
무슨
dream come
질문을 했는지
true.
몰라.
After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvelous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd
눈은
imagine.
괜찮으신가?
Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on
이건
returning to the
퀘스트랑
greenhouse.
상관없는 얘기네요.
Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
웃으면 안 돼.
What's a string of bad luck?
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
슬픈 얘기야.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did, and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow.
진짜 좋아하는 것처럼 보여.
Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day.
저한테
and
퀘스트
remember, be kind to your
퀘스트를
wooden
주셨어요.
trees.
아, 이 얘기가 끝나야 할 수 있나 봐. F 여긴데 밤이라서 그런가? 지금 밤이야? 왜 퀘스트 시작이 안 되지? F에서 지도에서 시간 F를 눌러 그렇구나. 오 비료 마법인가? 와 무섭게 생겼다 진짜. 너 나한테 삼촌 퀘스트 주래구나. 엄청 밝아.
Wonderful to see you again.
Revelio.
얻을 수 있는 건 다 얻어. 하나밖에 안 되네.
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear
햇빛
it. Professor
조명이
Weasley
엄청
will
세.
be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. 윙가디움 Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement.
뭐가
Let's see you
다를까?
try your
레비오사.
hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
아시오로 하지 않고 FV로도 할 수 있대. 아시오로 소환된 물체에 자동으로 시전됩니다. 이렇게 4줄 완성하고 노란 거 2개, 빨간 거 이렇게. 옳지. 요것도 배울 거예요.
Well done.
그래서 저기에
Feel free
초점이
to
가는
practice
거구나.
윙가디움 레비오사 here in the greenhouse. 윙가디움 레비오사, you're a natural.
FV. 저거 막 뒤집히는데? 왜 위로 안 떠? 위로도 떠야 되는데. 연습용이었어. 그리고 얘는 나중에 가자. 지금 수업을 다 들어야 돼. 얘네는 수업 다 들은 다음에 갑시다. 코가와. 맵에서 찍어야지. 코가와 여기. 2시간 넘었네. 어쩐지 힘들더라. 소환사의 코드다. 빵점 맞은 곳. 쳐다도 보고 싶지 않다.
Welcome back.
대화가
Have you finished your assignments?
뭐지?
Reporting back, Professor. Assignment's all finished.
Well done. Shows good discipline. Wisdom is a golden snitch, as they say. And you're proving a skilled seeker in that regard.
교수님,
Let us
저는 아닌 것
practice
같아요.
a restore momentum. A charm,
빗자루에는
incidentally,
재능이
created to
없어요.
stop quaffles from plummeting straight to the ground during a Quidditch match. Precise, deliberate movements.
난이도가 쉬워졌는데도 나는 왜 어려워? 멈춰! 그거야?
Very good. I recommend practicing your new spell as
아레스토 모멘텀. 어디다 둘까?
perhaps before you leave here.
여기 책에 쓰라는 건가?
That's it. Keep it up.
그렇구나. 위즐리 교수는 좀 위트 있게 말을 하는데 블랙 교장은 아주 별로야.
Professor, do you have a moment?
Yes, what is it?
In class, I heard you mention the Toyohashi Quidditch team.
I did. The Toyohashi Tengu are from Japan. Dominant, known for their rigorous training. They practice near the Mahutokoro School of Magic, often battling both tempestuous seas and violent storms, in addition to each other. Tournament play is almost always easier for the Tengu than their training sessions.
I take it you're a fan.
Fan? I was being groomed to play on their team. And I would have been a Tengu if not for a bit of bad luck.
I know that feeling. Some things are simply out of our control.
And some things are in it. I should have known better. I made my own luck. I was betrayed by someone I trusted. Myself. I did not see clearly and I paid a dear price. My best friend Asuka and I were being groomed to play on the team together. I as keeper and she as chaser. She was breathtaking. She once corkscrewed through 3 players and scored before they even turned their heads. But as tryouts for the Tengu got closer, she panicked. I did not realize the extent of her panic until it was too late. She wanted so desperately for both of us to play together that she had slipped Felix Felicis into our tea before we were to show them our skills.
어머.
Liquid luck. That's illegal, isn't it?
It is indeed. I knew within minutes that something was different. I had never played so well.
도핑이네.
And Asuka was playing more beautifully than I had ever seen. When I confronted her afterwards, she admitted what she had done. I withdrew from consideration immediately.
But it wasn't your fault. You didn't know about the potion in the tea.
It does not matter. My flying that day was not my own. I could not live with myself. So, I withdrew and explained to them why. I burned my broom in disgrace.
What happened to Asuka? Did she burn her broom as well?
Asuka played for the Tengu for 2 seasons.
You didn't report her. Tell them what she'd done.
Her fate was not mine to decide. My fate is in my hands, as your fate is in
멋있어요,
yours.
교수님.
Thank you, Professor. I shall remember what you've told me.
이거 알로호모라잖아. 교수님 안 계실 때 와야겠고. 그 용사들이 마을에 있는 상자들을 다 뒤지잖아요. 그래서 열리는 상자 안에 있는 동전 다 가져가잖아. 그래서 저런 상자는 다 열어야 돼요. 아, 이거 어떡하지? 너 나랑
Hello,
게임하려고
Samantha. Are you
기다리는구나.
here for Summoner's Court?
I am. I'm actually rather good at it. Used to play all the time with my brother until... Never mind. Shall we begin?
Yes, I'm ready to play.
Then let's get summoning. Accio!
이건 뭐야? 수롱이 있냐?
Yes!
또 빵점이네.
You'll have to do better than that. Accio!
여기는 안 좋아. 차라리 여기가 낫지.
That was
중간에 멈추는
sensational.
걸 배워가지고 다행이다. 저쪽으로는 아예 안 가는 게 좋겠어.
What was I thinking?
다행이다. 빵점은
How am
아니야.
I to top that? That settles it, then. your poor show against Natty in class, I thought I could beat you. Appears I overestimated myself.
내가 빵점을 맞았어.
Don't say that, Samantha. You're a fine player.
Well, that's very kind of you. Let's just say if I'm good, then you're better. I happen to know who you're up against next, and she's no shy opponent.
이것도 끝까지
Best of
가면
luck.
뭔가 도움이 아니 뭐 보상이 있나? 챌린지는 완료했고 디핀도 배우러 가자. 디센도인가? 어디냐? 샤프 교수님. 이걸 아직 안 했네. 오나이 교수님. 디센도. 오나이 교수님은 돈만 있으면 되는데 돈이 없네. 오나이 교수님이니까. 아델라이드.
Hello, Adelaide. I received your owl.
Thank you for coming. You see, my uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
들키지만 않으면.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that,
너도
Uncle
나처럼
Roland has expensive
학교를 좀
taste.
돌아다녀 보는 게 좋을
He's
거야.
sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
삼촌 얘기 더
Thank you.
물어볼까?
He's very thorough in his record keeping. Notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide.
얘도 삼촌이 아빠 일을 대신해 주는 건지 나 그걸 물어보고 싶은데. 닮으셨어. 네티랑 닮았어. 이거 찻잔 모양으로 하는 거다. 재채기했어. 찌끄러기 모양이 변할 수가 있겠네. 저렇게 하면.
Unai is so knowledgeable.
미안하구나. 나 때문이다. 내가 다시 밀어줄게. 미안해. 버그났네. 데미가이즈다.
assignments were
맞아.
challenging enough for you.
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what is to come. What do you see in your own future?
뭐야? 고르는 거야? 내 미래에서 뭐가 보이냐고? 나는 위험에 맞서 싸워야 되니까 승리를
There will be
하자.
hardship, I'm sure of it, but I see triumph in the end.
A measured perception. Very wise. Nothing worthwhile is ever easy, and that is why such futures are worth striving for. But this talk of tomorrow should not
성우도 비슷한
divert us
분인가?
from
말투가
your
되게
present
비슷하다. 오나이.
success.
네티랑.
I shall inform our good deputy headmistress of your exemplary performance. And if that performance is any omen of what your future may hold, then I, for one, see great things.
I hope Adelaide's Uncle Roland is all right. She seems very worried. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Brockborough, past the river.
갑자기? 마법 배우는 중에?
You have it.
아, 이거 버그난 것
Now,
같아요, 또.
why not practice the new spell on the training dummy?
어디다가...
I think you have it.
저 데미가이즈 어떻게 해야 되는데?
How would you like to learn the knockback jinx Flipendo? Once you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse.
Mine now, Demi-guys.
교수님이 계시네. 어떡하지? 오나이 교수랑 얘기도 해야 돼. 이렇게 된 거 얘기합시다. 할 걸 한 번에 다 해.
Professor, do you have a moment?
I do.
I was wondering how you decided to teach divination.
Ah, the art of divination is an important yet often misunderstood branch of magic. Those of us who possess the sight are rare, and, as is often the case with the unique among us, we can frequently be misread, even feared. When I was granted the opportunity to teach others about my gift and the good it can do, I was most grateful.
I see. Natty told me that you and she moved here from Uganda, where she had attended Wagadu.
Yes, Natsai and I both loved Uganda and Wagadu, but we are happily settled here now.
나사이를
I
네티라고
had
부르는
foreseen
건가 봐.
such a change, but did not know the
우간다인지
details
그 나라
until it
말로는
occurred.
나사이고
I was glad of the outcome.
여기는
You
영국이니까
would be wise to remember
그걸
that the
네티라고
consequences
발음이
of
되나
our
보죠.
actions are
네티
complex.
오나이네요, 그러면?
And so, divining what is to come
왜 자꾸
is
걔를
not as
네티라고
simple as
부르는지
gazing into a crystal
궁금했는데.
ball or studying the bottom of a teacup.
실제로 해리포터에 대한 예언이 되게 중요했죠. 그 지팡이에 대한 예언도 그렇고.
I find it truly intriguing, even if I don't fully understand it.
Intriguing. That is one word for it. And I'm certain you will come to understand many things more deeply in the days ahead. You are a student at Hogwarts, after all. It cannot have escaped you that we in the wizarding world are forever navigating the seemingly inexplicable.
Of course, Professor.
Now, I know that we both have places to be. Not because I have the sight, mind you, but because I am a professor and you are a student. I have enjoyed our conversation.
가자 이제. 또 수업에 가야 되는데 낮으로 또 바꿔야 되나 봐. 보름초를 재배하고 수확하세요. 3가지 전투식물을 모두 획득한 후 이런 양배추도 심어야겠네. 이거는 오래 걸리는데. 플리펜도가 뭐야? 플리펜도. 응? 이거다. 당장은 괜찮을 것 같아요. 그래서 지금 그건 새로 생긴 퀘스트고, 이거는 다음번에 합시다. 보름초는 할 수 있는데 지금 하고 있고요. 이것도 아직 못했어. 이거부터 해야겠는데? 내가 몇 개를 갖고 있는데? 와, 2개, 2단계, 3단계를 다 알려준대. 나 지금 하나 얻었죠? 근데 카운트가 안 돼 있는데? 인벤토리. 두 개. 블랙 교장이 구린 게 많아. 잠깐만, 우선순위를 정해보자. 이거는 그 장소를 찾게 되면, 그 지도에 그려진 장소를 내가 우연히 지나가다 찾게 되면 가는 거고. 시로나가 맞아, 불렀어. 여긴 안 할 거야. 내가 10개나 찾았나봐. 6개만 더 찾으면 돼. 투명 마법약, 썬더브루. 잠깐만, 이거 할 수도 있을 것 같은데. 잠깐, 비밀의 방에 가보자. 필요의 방. 비밀의 방이 아니고 필요의 방. 머리하고 입하고 다른 단어를 자꾸 얘기해. 늙었어.
Deke? Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You
맞아,
must
네가
need it to
뒤적거리던
help with your
가방이잖아.
schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack.
헐. 내가 빨려 들어가는 거 아니야? 어이구, 신동사.
Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts.
표정이 왜 그래?
Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howin said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can, on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area, so perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out there on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where.
포켓몬 아니야 이거?
Come along then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready to go.
뭐라고?
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect. Deke loves an outing.
순간이동하나 봐. 아우, 2시 반? 와, 2시간 반.
That was a dark time in Deke's life. Deke found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh, it was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good.
나는 저기 애쉬와인더 알이 더 탐난다.
We have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the potful of puffskeins nearby. It will be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
제가 따라오는데? 포획자는 어디다 둬야 돼? 이렇게. 그냥 열면 되는 건가? 아니면 먹이도 주고 비칠도 해주고 그 다음인가? 쟤는 날 피해 도망간다. 한 마리.
You got one.
그냥 무작정 잡는 거네.
Everything's all right now.
2마리. 도망가는 거였어, 쟤네. 아, 10마리를 해야 돼? 그러면 종류별로 하는 게 좋겠는데?
I managed to rescue a
나
puffskein.
히포그리프를
You can
하고
rescue
싶어.
as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well,
파란
Deke
예쁜
isn't
새도
sure
있고.
what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly.
자바놀.
A
맞아.
jobberknoll,
이름이
perhaps.
그런 거였어.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
얘를 먼저 만나러 가야겠다. 어디야? 저기. 저기다.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
이건 뭐야? 맞아, 여기였어. 내가 본데. 잠깐, 디크야 어딨니? 얘는 빗자루를 타고 밑을 못 봐요. 그게 답답해.
Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deke has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
레비오사?
Then I shall go and rescue a jobberknoll.
Good luck. Deke will be waiting.
레비오사.
Professor Howin will never believe this.
근데 내가 암놈을 잡았는지 숲놈을 잡았는지 모르겠는데. 아, 지금 나온다. 암놈, 숲놈 잡았다. 아닌데? 아, 내 앞에 있는 애. 내가 누굴 잡았는지 어떻게 알지? 얘도 3마리 해?
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
넌 여자다. 너희는 4마리.
I rescued a jobberknoll.
Deke hopes your jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers, and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deke knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deke will see you there.
가까운데? 같이 가면 안 되니?
Hello, Deke. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
How did you end up at Hogwarts after working for your former master?
Deke's prior master had no family, so when he died, all of his house elves were relocated by the ministry. Deke was the most fortunate one, as Deke was sent to Hogwarts. Deke's friends were not as fortunate.
I shall go and find a moon calf then.
Deke will be waiting for your return.
시간을 바꿔야겠어. 귀엽게 생겼어.
레비오사.
여자친구네.
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
남자친구다. 두 마리 됐어요. 눈땡이 되게 커. 땡그래.
It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a moon calf now.
Another beast safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the moon calves dancing. It's a marvelous sight. Deke supposes you're finished here.
좀 전에
You'll
춤
be able to
비슷한 걸
rescue
추고
many
있었어.
more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Deke will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready.
바로 가야겠죠.
There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home.
뭐야?
But,
방이
not
좀
enough
다르네.
room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all.
그냥 여기서 날아다니는 게 아니야?
Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide.
집안이 아니고 아 여기 진짜
What exactly
광원이
did you
별로야.
think of?
3장?
Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready.
와 바깥으로 오
Look at this. It's amazing.
Where are we, Deke?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of
먹을
some
거나?
sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them, let them see their new home.
H 뭐야 이게? 아, 이 공간에 어떻게 당겨요? 얘는 환경을 다르게 해줘야 되나? 추가하면 돼? 근데 얘네가 있던 나무 같은 게 없잖아.
Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care, beasts that are well fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Deke can show you how to use them.
Very well. I shall let
포션
you know when
만드네.
I have some.
T를 누르고 아우 징그러워. 먹이 먹는 거. 아 귀여워. 진짜 좋아하네. 그냥 자동으로 수집되는 걸까요? 아, 획득하기를 눌러야 돼. 쟤한테 갔다. 날아갈까봐. 너도 좋아해? 어머, 좋아한다. 너한테 너무 많은 것 같아. 포식이다. 너는 1일 1식 해라. 많이 잡아왔는데 한 마리씩밖에 안 보이네.
I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom?
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your clothing, making your clothing more useful in a variety of ways. Why don't you try it? Deke thinks
옷을
you'll be
만들면
impressed
팔
with
수
what the
있어요?
loom
그러면
can
돈
do.
되는 거야?
I'll go and experiment with the loom now.
어? 보름초 획득하기. 오그라든 거 내가 심었구나. 그럼 내가 뭘 안 심은 거지? 박하잎? 배틀. 그것도 다 지웠어. 구현. 아이고. 커. 엄청 커. 아, 이게 더 안 돼? 의상의 마법 속성을 이 구멍 뚫린 애구나. 도적 캠프에서 수집할 수 있어. 이게 여태 내가 수집해온 레시피인 거네, 그럼. 아닌데? 내가 입은 옷들이야. 업그레이드 보기. 자바노래 깃털 5개가 있어요. 니플러 두꺼비 사마귀. 아, 다음 여기 두 번째 칸. 아하, 뭔지 알겠어. 이거 뭐라지? 연성? 문카프. 방어력이. 잠깐만. 이거 내가 착용하고 있는 거 맞아? 하나 업그레이드. 맞네? 내가 착용하고 있는 건 이건데 이게 아니라. 근데 왜 그게 뜨지? 난 이걸 착용하고 있거든. 방어력이 올라가고. 이거를 업그레이드하면 더 비싸게 팔릴까요? 슈퍼. 이거 내가 그 교수님 방에서 갖다 준 거잖아. 필요의 방도 가끔 와가지고 해야겠네. 이 레시피를 못 샀어요. 썬더브루. 저건 수학 다 했고. 나 이거 많을 것 같은데. 이건 없는 것 같아. 그죠? 없어. 그러면 다음 퀘스트. 티크 만났고요. 이게 양배추가 있어야 돼. 투명이랑 썬더브루. 디핀도를 하려면 기숙사에 가서 토큰 끼워 넣으면서 마무리합시다. 후플푸프 기숙사 어디더라? 여긴가? 맞네요. 여기 있지.
That's it. I'm making good progress with these tokens.
둘, 셋, 넷.
This Daedalian Keys challenge is coming along nicely.
이제 6개 남았대. 오케이. 여기서 마무리합시다. 너무 마음에 들어 여기. 운치 있어. 오케이. 오늘은 여기까지.